Hey, it's Azar, and welcome back to Art Pet Peeves, where you guys comment yours and I give my own opinion back to you. Sexualization towards minors when drawing a character from a show. It's insane how normal it is for adults to be drawing minors in this way. The first two shows that popped up into my head is Harry Potter fandom and also Gravity Falls fandom. I remember when growing up, I would see these kids be drawn in such provocative ways, and it was so disgusting, and I never saw anything wrong with it as a kid. But now that I'm grown, I just can't even fathom how people could draw those type of things. And what's more worse than this is the authors that really enjoy drawing minors in this way. And one that pops in my head completely is My Hero Academia. I loved this anime while growing up, but I can't even watch like some of the episodes because it truly is horrifying how much there is of explicit content of these minors. These kids are probably in sophomore year, which is 16, 17-year-olds. And that is horrifying to know that the author can get away with all of this. Mine is when advanced artists brag about their art. Not gonna lie, I put this into my own perspective. Once I start getting really good at art, I will for sure be bragging about how good I am. And I don't think bragging about stuff is anything inherently bad to do. I did Google it, and it means excessively proud and boastful talk about one's achievements or possessions. I think bragging can be negative and positive. In an art kind of perspective, I do think that we should be able to brag about what we have done and achieved. This is because we have worked so hard as artists to gain this kind of ability, and to not be able to brag about it, that is insane to say. I feel like rubbing it in people's faces and putting other people down is bad, but bragging about something that you have put a lot of time and effort in, I have to totally disagree with this person because there's just no way I would not brag about my own art when I become like super amazing. Not letting people have their own style. I see this problem a lot in TikTok, and I don't know what's up with that platform that makes people so mad, but literally an artist can change their art style and be cancelled for it just because it's not as appealing as the other one to their eyes. What irks me more is that these people want to make it known that they don't like that person's art style, and that person decides to comment down below one of their favorite art styles to push down the person's art style in that video. Like, I've never seen such mean comment sections before besides on TikTok, maybe Instagram, but not like TikTok. I truly believe that we should all be able to express ourselves in our art, and if people don't like that, then they should just like go away. It's not even a big deal if someone doesn't like your art style. It's just the fact that there's so much pushback on having an in quote normal art style. When someone calls you out for drawing breasts, those pelvis line thingies, or anything linked with gender, it's just anatomy, but they make it weird. If you were a younger artist and you drew in class, you'd know for sure this kind of struggle. I always got made fun of drawing people's anatomy, and it was just so obnoxious to the point that I don't think I drew too much in high school because I always felt really paranoid that someone was about to say something to me like that. Also remember always wanting to practice anatomy, but I was so embarrassed that like one of my family members would come into my room and see like this kind of half naked person on my screen, so I would always lock my door like if I was doing something really bad so that I could practice anatomy by myself without having someone question me. The lack of support for new artists. When I was a new artist over 10 years ago, the community was so much kinder. It's kind of a 50-50 for me since I was in both communities. There was so much change that has happened to the art community, good and bad. And what I mean by this is that artists nowadays have a lot of higher standards because there's so much art and new artists coming around at all times. Even if you were moderately good now, like that was godly back then, but because of how much media we consume nowadays, nothing is really that impressive as it was back then. There has always been jealousy and competition towards other artists, but now it has gotten worse because people tend to hide behind their screens, and this is causing a lot of people to realize that they could just be mean straight up and they can't even do anything about it. I truly believe that the art community has always been this mean, but people are now bold enough to say it. Giving men super protective armor and women super revealing armor that barely protects her. I'm bringing up My Hero Academia again because there is an abundance of sexualization towards women in this manga and anime. Most of the things that the girls wear are super revealing or super tight. Anime just really loves to make excuses for the women not to be able to wear clothing. I don't even think fan service is bad inherently, but the fact is that they always want to sexualize the women, and not even the women, it's literally little girls, and that is so horrifying and disgusting. I just hate the fact that in My Hero Academia everyone be having like armor and shit, and these girls girls are literally in their skin tight suits trying to fight off villains. Like, I just find that it just feels like the audacity of the author trying to say that, trying to convince us that that is so normal. Thank you guys for commenting down below your guys' pet peeves, and thank you for watching. I will probably be doing one of these once a month.